This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Hell of a headline here. A hell of a headline. Donald Trump sexually abused and defamed E Jean Carroll, jury finds. He is liable. It's not a guilty verdict. He hasn't been convicted because this was a civil trial. But Donald Trump, a jury has found and ordered him to pay $5 million. Looks like it's going to be appealed. That Donald Trump is the sexual abuser of women that we all, or many of us, believed him to be. And he responded on Truth Social, as you would expect him to, with a flurry of all caps posts of nonsense. He posted a couple of videos. One was like 21 seconds. The other one is like a minute 25, like a second take. Like, oh no, there was a bunch of stuff I forgot to say. I want to say this too. Pretty stupid. But I want to read two posts. I keep wanting to call them tweets. Two posts from him on Truth Social. And then at the end here, I'm going to play for you Rudy Giuliani, who seems to have really cracked the case wide open, proving without a shadow of a doubt that I can't even do it, that Donald Trump didn't do this, according to Rudy Giuliani. First, let's look at this first post on Truth Social at 12:34 a.m. Eastern Time. The partisan judge and jury on the just concluded witch hunt trial should be absolutely ashamed of themselves for allowing such a travesty of justice to take place, blah, blah, blah. You see, in Donald Trump's eyes, unless you are a devotee, a bootlicker, a sycophant, a brown-noser, a yes man to him, you cannot be trusted to make an informed, dispassionate decision in a case. He's attacking the judge and the jury here. That if you could rule against him, you are a never Trumper. So in Donald Trump's eyes, the only jury that would be fair to him is a jury that is in complete adoration and worship of Donald Trump. It is bananas that this is the viewpoint that is being taken by so many millions of Americans who also count themselves among the people who venerate Donald Trump as some kind of a demigod. There was one more I want to read to you. I'll read the whole one here. This is 1:20 a.m., the man who never sleeps. This Clinton-appointed judge, Lewis Kaplan, hated President Donald J. Trump more than is humanly possible. So he's a superhero. He is beyond human. He is extra human, superior to all other humans because he can hate someone more than is possible for humans. Dumb shit. He is a terrible person, completely biased, and should have recused himself when asked to do so. He quickly refused. This case should never have been allowed to be tried in this completely partisan venue, perhaps the worst for me in the nation. He's talking about his hometown of New York City, the town in which he was born and raised. That's the worst place for him. You mean the people who know him best are the worst people to judge him. The whole rigged hoax is yet another travesty of justice, a continuation of the greatest political witch hunt of all time. Here is what also he posted to Truth Social in video form.
I have absolutely no idea who this woman is. The verdict is a disgrace, a continuation of the greatest witch hunt of all time. Absolutely a shame.
And that was it. That's the first one. The second one is a little more substantive, but it's along the same vein. It seems hastily done. He wasn't able to spackle on the makeup like he normally does. He doesn't have that healthy orange hue. He's a little ruddy, looking a little tepid, a little weak, like Donald Trump normally does, without all the gender-affirming makeup that he's so opposed to. Here's the second video, where he goes into a little bit more detail about what a witch hunt and travesty and hoax that this was.
What else can you expect from a Trump-hating, Clinton-appointed judge who went out of his way to make sure that the result of this trial was as negative as it could possibly be, speaking to and in control of a jury from an anti-Trump area, which is probably the worst place in the United States for me to get a fair trial. We'll be appealing this decision. It's a disgrace. I don't even know who this woman is. I have no idea who she is, where she came from. This is another scam. It's a political witch hunt. And somehow we're going to have to fight this stuff. We cannot let our country go into this abyss. This is disgraceful. You have somebody running for office. You have a woman that's financed and lied about it. She totally lied about it by Democrat operatives, like just about the biggest one there is. And she said that wasn't true. They found that she lied about it, and the judge wasn't even, I guess, letting it be put in as evidence. The whole thing is a scam. And it's a shame, and it's a disgrace to our country.
Make it make sense that our country is falling into the abyss because he's finally being held accountable for his many, 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 many crimes. It's an indictment of our country and the path it's taking, that justice is finally being served. And then, as promised, Rudy Giuliani. He was on Newsmax yesterday with the credibly accused rapist, Greg Kelly, and he cracked the case. Even here's what's so bizarre. They continue to book Rudy Giuliani, and he continues to stymie even the radical freak show hosts. In this clip, he's going to claim that he went to or sent someone, he dispatched someone to go to the Bergdorf's, this store, and ask if a rape had ever occurred there. And that is supposed to clear it all up, that someone that he just happened to talk to knows what happened in 1996. Watch the unmitigated disaster that is once again Rudy Giuliani.
Look, you heard what I said. Is it just a blip? I hope so.
Yeah, I think it's a blip, and I think it's completely absurd. You know, today I sent Ted, my colleague, over to Bergdorf. Do you know there hasn't been a rape in Bergdorf dressing room in 32 years? You know why?
Wait.
You know why?
What do you mean by that? 32 years ago was 1991.
Yeah, we went and interviewed the people at Bergdorf and asked them, has there ever been a rape here? And they said, no, there's never been a rape here. I've been working here for 32 years. You know why?
Ted just ask, look, I know that this did not happen, but did Ted just ask some guy who was standing there? How did you,
No. Employees. We asked the employees, has there ever been a rape here? No. We went and looked at their dressing room. To do a rape in Bergdorf's is like doing it in the open. You might as well do it in the open. It was totally ridiculous to think that a man like Trump, who was very well known, the minute he walks into Bergdorf's, everybody's all over him. It's totally ridiculous to think that this rape took place.
No, we know that. It is ridiculous. It makes no sense whatsoever. But
look, when even Greg Kelly isn't buying it, you know you're in trouble. When even Greg Kelly, another Nepo baby, he's the son of former New York City Police Commissioner Ray Kelly, when he's not buying it, you've lost the audience. Imagine thinking that if you go into Macy's, your local Macy's that's existed since the 90s, and you ask them, some random employee who most certainly hasn't worked there in the same store for 32 years, what happened in 1996 or 1991 or 1992, they're not going to know. But Rudy Giuliani, in his galaxy brain, thinks that this cracked the case. This is proof that the jury verdict and the $5 million award to E Jean Carroll is moot because some employee doesn't know the intricate history from decades ago in the dressing rooms in the department store in which they work. Team Trump, everybody. This is Team Trump. Anyway, good news that this particular story has finally come around, and there's probably going to be an appeal, but this will most certainly have an impact on independent voters, more free-thinking-ish voters in the 2024 election. It looks like the Republican Party is wholly behind Donald Trump, and he is going to continue to drag them to their death. What do you think? I'd love to know. You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily at dollemore.com. You can follow me on social media, wherever social media is. I am at Dollemore. And if you appreciate what I do and you want to help support and produce what I do here, click the join button below, become a channel member for $1.99 a month, or click on over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I love you guys. Appreciate you very much. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.